morning, guys. We should be live here. We should be live. Welcome. Good morning. Tuesday, October 28th. Happy Tuesday, guys. Um, Long 18 inning World Series game last night. Dodgers pulled it off in the 18th. It was the longest game since a 18 inning World Series game and longest World Series game since 2018. There's another 18 inning game. The Dodgers won. So I'll show you what I was looking at already this morning. Try to. So Shohei Ohtani, of course, was on fire last night. He went 4 for 4 to start the game with 4 extra base hits. He was 7 for his last 7. And then the Blue Jays started walking him. It made sense. They were able to be in a situation that walked Shohei. They were in the situation to be able to walk Shohei every time. So what I was thinking was the game wouldn't have gone to 18 innings if they had to pitch to Shohei. So I was almost thinking that we could suggest a little bit of a rules change. We can look at how many times Shohei was intentionally walked yesterday. But it was a lot. And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, well, first we're going to have to get our scripted part out of the way. So I'll be right back. But I was thinking about calling for a little bit of a rule change here, guys, as crazy as that sounds. So I'll be right back. We still got to get our scripted part out of the way, so we'll do that now. These are the only times in history, in Major League Baseball history, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the only times that a runner has ever been walked with the bases loaded. But I was thinking last night, the game would have been... I was trying to watch the whole game. I would have watched the whole game if it weren't so late. Now, it was a great game, but I think it would have been remembered more. It would be remembered more as a great game had it ended a little earlier. I don't think that's too controversial of a take. But if we look at the play-by-play, let's see how many times in a row Shohei Ohtani got intentionally walked. So he started out with a ground rule double in his first at bat. He hit a home run. Yep, then he had a home run in his second at bat. Then he doubled. Then he hit a home run in his next at bat to tie the game at 5-5. And he was looking unstoppable. Right? But then he got intentionally walked. Let's count how many times. 1, bottom of the ninth. 2, bottom of the 11th. 3, bottom of the 13th. 4, bottom of the 15th. I guess they pitched to him. See, I didn't watch the bottom of the. I was not. They kind of pitched around him after intentionally walking him, but they still walked him. Let's go Dodgers. Were you up for the whole game, bro? Well, anyway, what do you think about this? I'm like saying that there should be a rule change here. Like, you shouldn't be able to intentionally walk somebody that many times. The game would have been over long before the 18th inning had Shohei been able to hit, in my opinion. I don't think that's crazy. But I think if you intentionally walk somebody a second time, I was just thinking maybe they go to second, and then if you intentionally walk them a third time, maybe they go to third. Is that too crazy of an idea? Dodgers won. That was a big win. Big win for the Dodgers. We also had the Chiefs kind of continuing the blowout train of NFL games. It wasn't close. And then the NBA last night, Sixers are still undefeated. Thunder still undefeated. Spurs still undefeated. We'll see if are there any other teams that are undefeated. Bulls. The Dodgers. I'm sure they're pretty big favorites tonight. We can look at that. I mean, up against Shane Bieber. But the Blue Jays might be injured too. Springer left the game early. Well, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks for the comments. Yo, Daniel. What's good, bro? Welcome in. I was saying that I'm calling for a ridiculous rule change this morning, Dan. I'm saying that you shouldn't be able to intentionally. I think you might be down with this rule change. I'm saying that they shouldn't be able to intentionally walk somebody. How many times did they walk Shohei in a row intentionally? 4 or 5, something. Like to have bold takes here, but I'm saying that maybe we can propose a rule change. If you intentionally walk somebody a second time in a game, they can go to second base. And if you intentionally walk them a third time, they can go to third. 4th time, I'm just saying that the game would have been over long before had they pitched to Shohei. Maybe. I mean, that was my takeaway. That was as I was watching, as the game dragged on to the late hours of the morning, early morning hours. That was my takeaway. No free bases. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could do a video based on that, saying the game was marred. Not like it was marred, but it should have been an instant classic. It was a classic, but the fact that it didn't end until after 2 a.m. East Coast time definitely took some stuff away from it. So I was thinking that we also can look at the NBA. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to see I said hockey was coming today, but I would need some help on the direction there. The NBA, I was looking at the standings, see who are the Sixers are undefeated. We could write our script on Wemby that we were working on last night. I mean, we might have to get that out there because the Spurs are looking crazy good. The Spurs are looking crazy good. They have the best point differential in the league. I do have that recorded, so maybe we'll just get started working on that. But yeah, I was thinking like with the intentional walks, like I think that would be a good rule because like in the regular it would discourage teams to intentionally walk people. Like nobody wants to see an intentionally walk. You got the best star, you got the biggest star in baseball history, modern history for sure. And you take the bat out of his hands in the game where he's on fire. Can't be stopped. And the only way he can be stopped is through the free bases. So I think that could be a good way to cover the Dodgers game this morning. You know, we can say, like, we can start with an intro, like, saying the instant classic last night had us thinking. Or something, you know, because it was late into the morning hours. We can say something like, last night's World Series game was an instant classic. However, Shohei... Anyway. Exactly. And they intentionally walked Shohei. That's what I'm saying, Dan. They walked Shohei, they intentionally walked him 4 times. It's like... Look, come on. Come on, guys. So we'll get CapCut open here. We'll start working on a script because that was my takeaway. I'm saying there should be no. You shouldn't be able to intentionally walk a guy who is on fire and it drags the game out for another. Like hours. Like it literally, they played 2 baseball games last night. And unfortunately, you know, not everybody got to see the whole game because it went on so long. And that's what they're talking about, speeding up the game, making it more exciting. Let's put him on second base if you intentionally walk him 2 times. Let's put him on third if you intentionally walk him 3 times. And I'm thinking the rule, like, it's okay because in the regular season, you know, it's not like, it makes a difference in the postseason. They wouldn't be walking Shohei Ohtani 4 times in a row. Intentionally walking. They walked him 5 times in a row, I believe. Let's count. What did we say? 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th. So 4 straight intentional walks, and then 5 straight walks to Shohei Ohtani to end the game. And we'll just start. That's how we'll drive that's how we'll try to drive the conversation. We'll say the game, the World Series game last night was a classic. like Shohei Ohtani. Like, there are almost no words to describe what he's doing. There are not many words to describe what he's doing. Just being the best player on the planet, hitting home runs. Now he's going to be the starting pitcher tonight. So the World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire. Starting. Good morning, Elena. Thanks for joining. I don't know if you caught the whole baseball game last night, but we're going to be calling for a bit of a rule change that I thought up last night while I was watching the game. So we'll see how that goes. Because Elena, it went to the 18th inning, so we're saying that, and Shohei Ohtani was intentionally walked 4 times in a row and then walked a 5th time because they didn't want to pitch to him, because obviously pitching to him would end the game. So we're calling for the rule change that basically, like, if you intentionally walk somebody a 2nd time in a game, they would go to 2nd. If you intentionally walk somebody a 3rd time in the game, they would go to 3rd. And this, I mean, we're just trying to discourage. It doesn't, like, the intentional walk can still exist. It doesn't. Exactly. That was my thought. That was my thought last night, because the game would have been over long before had there been some rule about not being able to walk Shohei Ohtani for intentionally 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row in total. I mean, it just, you don't want to take, like, I'd be in favor in the NBA of raising the foul limit to 7 or 8, or like not even having a foul limit. Maybe give them a 3rd free throw or something if somebody gets a 7th once they're on their 7th foul or something like that. But you don't want to take your star players out of the game. That's why people are there to see. They're there to see the star players. So that's what I was thinking. So I'm starting to write a script. We will also be working on our Wemby short at some point. I mean, I just got to rewrite that a little bit. What do you mean? That's how games get fixed? Oh, I got you. Yeah. It's true, though. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with all extra base hits. What's up, Praju? That's, Dan, my brain didn't even go there. I'm like, I kind of got what you were saying. But exactly. That's a great point, Dan. That takes what I was saying to its logical conclusion. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's exactly what. Yeah, exactly. 2 quick fouls. They know there's a foul limit. Yeah, we still got to do our NBA referee investigation into the Havertown connection. But I don't know. We kind of. We'll see if we get there. We'll get there eventually. All right. Thanks for joining this morning, guys. Really appreciate it. All right. So I'll say we're going to start out right in our script. The World Series game last night was classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. As the game dragged on into what? I'll just say as the game dragged on, the Blue Jays what did the Blue Jays do? The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on, what's up, Mindy? How are you doing? Welcome in. Please hit subscribe if you don't mind. The Blue Jays. But as the game dragged on, the Blue Jays decided he was not going to beat them. Or maybe the Blue Jays decided that Shohei alone Thanks for the mashing the emojis in the chat, guys. Thanks for joining this morning. Happy Tuesday. We're digesting the Dodgers. This morning right now we're still digesting the Dodgers win over the Blue Jays last night. And my takeaway was, let's make baseball more exciting. Let's not have the best baseball player in modern history get walked 5 times in a row in a classic game. I mean, like, how can it be a classic game and then you got Shohei Ohtani getting intentionally walked 5 times in a row? So we're calling for a rule change. We're going to say if you can intentionally walk him once. You intentionally walk him a second time, he goes to second. You will intentionally walk him a third time, he goes to third. Home, fourth, home. Free home run. Give him a home run. That's four intentional walks. I mean, we can look that up. I don't know how many times has a batter been intentionally walked 4 times in a game? James Wood was. Okay, we got a MLB.com article on this from this year. James Wood was this year. Barry Bonds was the last one to do it. Here's our list, guys. Let me find it. Players to be walked. And now, if they updated this, it would include Shohei Ohtani last night. So it's not like we're calling for some drastic rule change that's going to change the fabric of the game. We're just calling for something that we think would speed it up and make it more exciting. So we'll say the World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei alone was not going to beat them. Does that make sense? It'll make sense. Or the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row. Starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. I like Dan. I'm going to use that line you said. If you're going to put a guy on second in extras, put him on second for a second intentional. That might be that might be like our final punch. That's a good final line, I think. We'll say this had us thinking that what kind of transition should we use here, guys? They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. I like that. I like that. All right. Exactly. I mean, you can still like yeah, like they right now like they used to have to throw out the intentional walk. But it just doesn't make sense the way what happened last night. That's our take. You have to earn the walk the same way you earn the strikeout, beat the bat. I mean, it's like you have the biggest star on the planet, and every time he's coming up to plate, he's just walking down to first. Exactly. You got to. That's not what people want to see. Yeah, exactly, Elena. They don't even have to throw the pitches. It looks like the 5th time they walked Shohei in the bottom of the 17th inning. Or I believe it was the bottom of the 17th. It could have been the 18th. But yeah. So that one they're trying to do. They did that to speed up the game, I guess. I don't know. I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of that rule, but I think the rule that we're proposing today is a pretty good one. So thanks for joining today, guys. We've got our script going. We still gotta release our Wemby short, but we might do that tonight or over the day. Yeah, exactly. Like when they reach out. That's exactly what Elena was thinking. Elena was thinking the same thing. I know that's exactly what Elena was thinking. The Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. I just got to think of a good... I'm just stalling on the transition here, guys, for some reason. I'll just say this had us thinking. Sophia? Yeah, I should just get Sophia on screen. I'll just put Sophia on screen. Yeah, B-Wall. Dan's here. Well, that's good, guys. Thanks for joining, guys. It means so much. I really appreciate it. We're having fun here. We're trying to have fun. Trying to have positive movement, trying to make our own media, stuff we want to see. Bold takes, stuff the media won't tell you. It is a party up in here. On 10 a.m. on a club going up on a Tuesday, guys. Club's going up on a Tuesday. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. Maybe time for that morning beer. We'll get Time Extreme on here. We'll start cracking morning beers. Hopefully Time Extreme hops on. That was fun yesterday and today. Fun today. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate everything, all the support. Why? Who's Yeet? I don't know who Yeet is. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. That's a pretty good transition. There's no way. There's no reason for B-Wall, you lead the. You're not a moderator. You just lead the hype train in the chat. We had somebody. I guess we're getting popular in LA now. I don't know. I think it's the hat. It might be the Yosemite, California hat. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. There's no reason. When you have the biggest star on the planet in the World Series, I'm already gonna have to reword this, but there's no reason. Right, you're gonna climb. Your crown's gonna climb. Does Dan have the #1 crown? Who's got #1? Has #1 even made it? Oh, USOS Kingdom. Maybe they just snagged it and left. Yeah, they just snagged it and left. So we're calling for a rule change today here, guys. Dan's crownless. I'd change that. I could. If I could, I would. Yeah, Dan definitely deserves a crown. That is Dan. That I don't need a crown to be king. That is. We'll add that to the list of former squad philosophy right there. That is right on point. That is right on point. Wise words. Big time. All right, guys. So we're gonna let me finish this script here so we can get started making the video. There's no reason when you have the biggest star on the planet in the world, I said. There's no reason. Maybe I start out by saying as a sport. There's no reason to have the biggest star on the planet intentionally walked. Or to take the bat. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands. How do we reword this so it's more direct? I think it's... Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Satchel? B-Wall, we're calling for a rule change this morning in baseball. That's what... When we were watching... I think that's good, Elena. I agree. When we were watching the Then I might say Dan's line. I might say, if you're going to put... and now they don't do that in the playoffs, but... B-ball... No, baseball is... We're not getting rid of baseball, dude. That is a hot take. That is too... I can't even address that. Anyone worth... If you're going to put a runner on second in extra innings, you should put a runner on second. Yeah, what's with the lowercase b wall? If you're going to put a runner on second... How did Dan say it? It's much better. Put him on. If you're going to put a runner on second in extra innings, put him on second when they are intentionally walked more than once. There should... What is Dan saying here? There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best attribute. Exactly, Dan. That's why we're... That was the thought. This is a cop-out. It was a huge cop-out, and it's bad for baseball. It's bad for baseball too. I'm stealing your lines, Dan. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best attributes in a sport. I mean, we should just say that exact word for word. There shouldn't be... Oh. It's true. That was a good one. All right, guy. I mean... So that's what we're calling for. We got this cooking. We got our script that we're working on. So, Elena, the rule is now in extra innings. Hey, Dan. You know, if this thing blows up, who knows, bro? You might not be working at all. Yeah, Elena and Brian are like, welcome. No, but this is like a morning grind. Mornings are productive. We get all of our stuff done. You see, we try to make everything on stream. Yeah, bro, 100%. When we're monetized, we're gonna start giving the money back to the people, if that makes sense. You know, that's the plan. That's the plan. But we're focused on the content right now. Second base on first intentional walk, dude. You pay a price. The hell is a free base? What other sport? All right. Dan's giving us too many good lines this morning. I'm lost in them. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's... Be a way to eliminate a star's best attributes. Best. I might say best abilities. Taking the bat out of Shohei Ohtani, out of Ohtani's hands. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Ohtani's hands is bad. Taking the bat out of Ohtani's hands 5 times in a row as the game dragged. I mean, is bad for base. We'll just say it's bad for baseball. Yeah, YMC Yeet 999. They got the #1 crown still. Dan, but you guys are tied though. I guess I can see that. I can see the XP. Anyway, you guys are tied, but for some reason there's a ranking system. Yeet, he said he would go. He said he was gone. He said, I gotta go, sorry. So he's gone. Long gone. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, this is great. This is great stuff. Maybe we just end it with that line, Dan. Dan, dude, this is what we need. That's some great lines. Those are some great lines. All right. I think maybe we just use Dan. Yeah, Dan, that what you just typed in, that'll be our closing line, I think. I think it works as a closing line. Because we're comparing Shohei to Jordan and Tiger, which is like, it's true. He's basically that right now. But I guess, did we not call for the rule? Did I call for the rule change? I guess, kind of. If you're gonna put a runner on second in extra innings, put them on second when they're intentionally walked more than once. Yeah, that's the rule change. I mean, hey, I might even go a step farther and call for third base if they're walked 3 times and more. But Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred is he's made an appearance on former squad videos before. He's been with the MLB for a while. I think he was under Bud Selig. All right. Well, I'm gonna. All right, we're gonna start recording this. We're gonna start recording this, guys. All right, I'll get all ready to go here. I kind of did, Elena. I just said, okay, you're right. We're not. I'm gonna rewrite the scripts one last time, and we'll get it all cleaned up. Oops. No, we'll explain it, Elena. Don't worry. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 doubles. No, I will say with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on, I'll say into extra innings, Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We watched most of the World Series game last night, but we were turned off by the fact that they took the bat out of Shohei Ohtani's hands like 5 times in a row. It's just not... We're watching baseball to see Shohei Ohtani hit, not to see him get intentionally walked. So the rule change that we're calling for is to say that if you're intentionally walked more than 1 time in a game, you should go to second base and not just first base. Some way to disincentivize intentionally walking somebody that many times. It's just a turnoff for fans, for the whole sport. I mean, we're trying to... Last night should have been a showcase for baseball. And it was for the first, 9 innings. But then the game went another 9 innings. And I guarantee you a fraction of people that were watching... A fraction of people made it the whole way. Not everybody made it the whole way. And understandably. But that wouldn't have been the case. And imagine how the game would be remembered if Shohei Ohtani hit a walk-off home run or something like that. I mean, I guess he hadn't been intentionally walked yet, but the first time was in the bottom of the 9th inning. I gotta be careful I don't accidentally hide anybody. What's up, Russell? Russell, what we're doing is... Yeah, they decide... Russell, we're calling for a rule change in baseball, man. We're saying that Shohei Ohtani shouldn't be intentionally walked 5 times in a row. That it'd be more exciting if... Good evening. Where are you coming from, Russell? Are you over in Europe somewhere? Dan's just churning out just fire lines this morning. So that's what we're doing this morning, Russell. Everybody, we're calling for a rule change. We're trying to make baseball great again. Trying to limit the bad stuff. The non-interesting intentional walks. All right, I'm working on this. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. That's why So I'll just say we're calling for maybe not. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second base. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate the star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Ohtani's hands 5 times in a row is bad for baseball. I mean, we've been doing short videos, guys. This might even be... This might be... Hopefully we can get it done in under a minute. I think we will be able to. And then I'll say, I think Dan's line, that's a good one for the final line. Taking the bat out of... Maybe I'll phrase it. Not letting Shohei hit. Is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand. Such a good line, Dan. I mean, wow. taking the bat out of and that's why I like what we're doing, because this is more than just I can come up with. I can't come up with this stuff on my own. Not letting Shohei hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. Great line. I'll say it's a turnoff. Maybe we'll end with a call to action. What do you think? What do you think? Is that too bold? All right, guys, we're about to record this and get started on making. Basically, Jay, that is my role. I'm just like the editor, basically, you know? Like, I just decide, I mean, we want this content to be as interactive, all viewer generated as possible. All right, so I got the script. I'm gonna record it now. We'll get started on editing the video. Hopefully I get this first try. It's a little bit of a long script. All right, we're gonna get this. So I'll start recording this here, guys, and then we'll. Dude, Dan. You're giving me too much good stuff. I mean, you're giving me all these. I gotta use them. You know, Juliet. What's good, Juliet? Thanks for joining, Juliet. Today, Juliet, did you watch the baseball game last night? Juliet? You've been following the World Series? Top of the morning to you. It's okay. That's why we're talking about it this morning. We're saying that we're calling for a rule change. You'll see it. I might. No cable? You can stream it. Although my stream went down last night. I wonder, that's why, to be fair, guys, that's why I didn't stop watching the game because they were intentionally walking Shohei. I watched it because my stream went goodbye. And I couldn't find another one. No way, Juliet just snagged number 1. Oh my god, the people are going to be... Oh my god, Juliet just snagged number 1. It's interesting, though, because you have the same amount of XP as everybody else. But you just vaulted to number 1. Yeah. Well, we love you, Juliet. We love having you here. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, everybody, for joining today, guys. This has been a blast. This has been a blast. Let's put the power back. Dan, I've just got, I already was using your line as the last one. Now I got another one to use. Not letting Shohei hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. It's a turnoff. I'm using it, Dan. Let's put the power. It's good. It's it flows well together. Let's put but it might be a little long, but it's all right. We'll watch the crap out of it. That's for sure. Let's put the power in sports back where it belongs, dude. With the stars, with the game changers. And now I might change that last phrase to the ones who launch home runs into oblivion, because we're talking about Shohei, if that makes sense. Let's put the power in sports back where it belongs, with the stars, with the game changers, with the ones who launch home runs, launch homers into oblivion. What do you think? Is that too bold? Dan, dude, have you done this before? I mean, you get this. Dan, let's go. No, okay, B-Wall. Settle down. You just came back. Oh, dude, see? That level, I'm on. Your level is here right now. And I'm still getting there. Dan just needs to adopt the cap. No, B-Wall, the caps. You are the one that does the caps. The caps only. The caps might scare other people away, but it's funny. And that's, Dan, that is kind of that's also what we're doing here. We don't need to scream to be heard. Yeah, this is a bold take, but you can see, and that's why anybody who watches our stuff can then go back to the streams and see, we're not just, screaming nothingness into the camera. You know, we're building this stuff. We're building our takes together. Juliet just snagged number 1, took Elena's crown and pieced. All right, B-Wall, we haven't started making the video yet. We have written the script completely, though, I believe. So I'm about to... Oh, Juliet. Good. Thank you for sticking around. The crowns, Dan, if you can see next to the names, they're crowns. And Juliet's got number 1 right now. All right, guys, I gotta. We're an hour in, guys. All right, hour update. Started out by calling. We're digesting the World Series last game, calling for a rule change, trying to make it more exciting. Hey, B-Wall. Elated B-Wall forming an alliance right now. All right, I gotta B-Wall. We haven't started making the video yet. I'm gonna start recording it now. Up to 299 subscribers, guys. Maybe we just stay on stream until we pass 300. Good idea, guys. We're at 299, so we'll stay on stream until we hit 300. It might be all day long. Who knows? All right, but we got to get recording. All right, let me get my script up. 400? All right. That's bold, Juliet. That is bold. All right, guys. Do I look pretty enough? I think so. I'd say make me a mod to rid my crown, but then it won't let me comment on... All right. Yeah, I'm going to get recording. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second base. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Shohei's hands 5 times in a row is bad for baseball. Not letting Ohtani hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. It's a turnoff. Let's put the power in sports back where it belongs, with the stars, with the game changers, with the ones who launch homers into oblivion. What do you think? Is that too bold? All right, guys, we're going to go with that take. Zip up the hoodies. JK? What do you mean? Was I showing? What was I showing? Oh, zip up. I don't know what you mean there, Elena, but I thought that take was pretty good. The only thing is I didn't have the right intonation on not letting Shohei hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. I thought it was all right though. It was pretty good. Anyway, we'll just roll with it. So we'll start working on that. I'll get you guys in CapCut here momentarily. The World Series. And Dan, what we'd like to do, Dan, if you're still around, thanks for all the contributions today, man. Really appreciate it. They've been great. I do auto-tune my voice That's kind of like our signature, one of them. Now, Elena, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds, or at least and it'll probably be cut down to like a minute with. It'll be cut down to a minute or so. What's everyone being for Halloween? We do have to start thinking about Halloween. Halloween is also Elena's birthday. Everybody. So we'll be wishing Elena a happy birthday on Friday. Which face is the real face? Now let's get started, guys. Here, we're gonna remove this background. Yeah, Juliet, the auto-tune's our signature. We're the first channel to auto-tune sports highlights and sports commentary. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but I'm saying it. What idea, B-Wall? Okay, we'll make a TO short for Elena's birthday. We'll do that on Thursday, maybe. We'll do our TO throwback Thursday for Elena. I know it's a day early, Elena, but we're spinning the wheels on Friday. Guys, in the future, guys, I've told you, you guys need to be getting your chops up because we are going to have guest hosts in the future. You know, like, who knows? Maybe one day this is a 24/7 channel. Elena, hey. Exactly. So you guys need to be paying attention here because we will be having guest hosts. And who knows? Maybe not just guest hosts. Maybe everybody's got their own show, you know? That's what's cool about, you know, that's why former squad is definitely not. Signature is good. Yeah, see, that's the thing though. You have to protect the brand though, people. Like That's fine. That's fine. All right, we're gonna keep working on our video. What do you think? Yeah, like mid-screen. We'll generate the captions. And then what? Just like pictures behind it? We don't even need clips, you know, just like pictures. It doesn't look great. It kind of looks like I'm reading, but it's not terrible. I mean, I'm definitely reading. It was a long script. Like I said, every day getting better at that stuff, guys. You got the crunch the flipping data and come up with the most obscure stats, and I'm thinking picks, Elena, just picks in the background. What do you think about that? Anyway, let's watch it what we have. I'm gonna throw the auto tune on there. We'll see how it goes. Well, actually, I'm also gonna enhance the voice and reduce noise. Sophia? No, Sophia's not here today, B-Wall. Not here today. Thanks for joining the live, though, guys. This has been a blast. One of our best streams ever, in my opinion. All right, so what do you guys think? You want like a split screen type thing going on? Like let's see how it sounds with the auto tune. The World Series game last night was a classic. I love the auto tune, and it's gonna like people are gonna be like, what? Auto tune? Let's see if there's some good sports highlights music to put with it. This is the one we've used that one before. And I like that one. But let's see if there's another one we can use. I don't know about that one. Warning, impact effects coming in, guys. Sometimes it can get a little loud in here, but it's, you know, it's a Tuesday. Grind don't stop. Is there a chill highlights? Chill breeze. What kind of vibe are we thinking for the music? Exactly, Elena. Our face is going to be over the background. B-Wall, we're taking this seriously, man. All right, I can't have 20 faces up on the screen. That's one of my favorite all-time moments, B-Walls, when you were like called for the chicken dance, bro. When you were saying I should be playing the chicken dance. I'm like, no, I'm taking this seriously, bro. Yeah, Dan, I've never played Rocket League. Like, never, not even played once. So, they probably are, because I think Rocket League is Epic Games, right? I believe. And so, Epic Games is China affiliated. I know, I ended up going with the cha-cha slide, which is just hilarious. I'm like, B-Wall, we're not doing the chicken dance. And we went with the cha-cha slide. This is a little heated, Elena. Do you think, like, conspiracy music? Or we could go back to the script was to, or let me find the one, like, we could go back to our OG, we could go back to our OG song. The OG song. If you go back to the first videos with the oh my god, B-Wall, yeah. Our number one short of all time, you were pitching using the SpongeBob song. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? But no, guys, I'm thinking maybe we can go use our OG song. Clark's hasn't been here today too, guys. All this party and no Clark's. What's going on? I'm probably busy. Probably working. It's okay. We're working too. It's Fact or Fiction. Let's see how this one goes. This is the one. We haven't used this in a while, guys. Maybe we should. This is going to hit hard, I think. I'm lowering it pretty down pretty good. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule. I can edit that out. Change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second base. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Shohei's hands 5 times in a row is bad for baseball. Not letting Ohtani hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. It's a turnoff. Let's put the power in sports back where it belongs. With the stars, with the game changers. This kind of hits pretty hard, guys. Thoughts? How far we've fallen. There's been 0 dopamine recently. Yes, B-Wall. I think there's plenty of dopamine here today, guys. Dan with the #1 crown. I might have to hit up Adam, see if he's got that track still. I mean, Adam made those tracks. Like, he made those beats. A lot less Kobe, but I'm scraping the back for dopamine. You like that background music? I saw that Zoran Mamdani was a rapper too. Has anybody heard any of Mamdani's older tracks? Because I've never heard. Okay, guys like the background. Cool. All right, and then we're thinking just like clips of Shohei in the what do you guys want to see in the background? Clips of Shohei. Thanks for all the support, guys, today. Really means a lot. It's been a blast too. Like I said it not even probably 10 minutes ago. This is like one of the most fun streams we've ever had. Clips from the game last night, you're thinking, Juliet? In the background, though, with my face in the foreground? That makes sense to you? Who said hi? What? A what? Okay, Shohei dingers. All right, that's a good one. We'll just have Shohei just mash dingers in the background. Yeah, clips of Shohei homer out. What's going on, Elena? You got the morning beer over there? Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't mean that. All right, we're going to start looking. I don't think I have any Shohei clips. So I'm going to just I'll just get a clip of Shohei's. I'll grab some Shohei home run clips. So that's what I'll do now, guys. It might take me a little bit of time. Might take a little bit of time, but that's what I'm going to be doing in the background. Maybe I'll get up. We have this thing working right now. I mean, it's already almost done, guys. You just got to put some clips in the background. But while I grab the clips that we're going to put in the background, I'm going to just, on screen, I'll just put the... Oh, man. We'll put... That wasn't the picture that... This is what we made yesterday, guys. We made a Tony Gonzalez, Sofia Vergara, Tony Gonzalez throwback. Meanwhile, I lost, for some reason, the pick you won, I already lost it. So, yeah, his home runs, too, are just his home runs last night were insane. He's just so good. We might just show like a whole bunch of different angles from the game last night. Sir Anthony Dominguez, like first pitch fastball right down the middle. Literally right down the middle. And Ohtani just crushed it. Like, what are you thinking, bro? They had like a meeting at the mound too, right before he hit his second home run. And then he just threw him a fastball right down the middle. It's like, I'm sure the manager was pissed. It's like, all right, we should have a decent amount of these clips. B-Wall getting your, that was... I guess I'm rooting for Toronto, I would say. If I had to pick one, because the Dodgers won last year. But, like, I mean, I am a fan of Shohei Ohtani. I mean, the guy's insane. We'll see how well he does tonight. All right, guys. So I got some stuff to use. Just gonna hide that track as we take the highlights we want to use. Let's see how it looks, though, with my... The World Series game last night was a clap. Maybe my face is a little too big. We want to see Shohei a little more. That way the center... The World Series... The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei. I'm going to have to clip this up a little bit, guys. It's going to take a little bit of time. Nobody. It's either or California. The Dodgers are in California. We've got some California fans out there. The first guy who was in the chat today was saying, "Dude, we won. Let's go Dodgers." Maybe we're getting known as a Dodgers stream. I don't know. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4. We're going to have to... clip this a little bit just so we don't like completely rip off the MLB, which we're not trying to rip off the MLB. We're trying to improve the MLB, guys. Let's see how it goes so far. The World Series, and we'll probably this captions we'll move the captions. But what do you guys think about? Well, please stick around, bro. I was joking when I said this is a Dodgers stream. You know that. All right, don't try to gaslight me and gatekeep and all that stuff. You like the octave drop. Auto-tune is kind of our signature. You guys want to try out different audio effects? We can. But what are you guys thinking about the look of this? Does this look good? Like this, I can give you just the straight CapCut screen just so you can get a better look at it. Are we liking this, the look of this? All right, I'll try the audio in a second. But what do you think about the framework of the look? Like, you think I'll move my captions, dude? But that's our signature, though, and maybe that's why you guys were talking about signatures. I didn't get that earlier. Our signature is the auto-tune. Anonymous. All right, Dan says it looks good. Doesn't really do much on the talking. It just makes your voice cracks sound good. You want it? I needed it this morning though. The World Series game last night was a classic. I like how it says classic. I mean, I'll try an octave drop. I'll try an octave drop if I can find one. Cave. I'll just play Helium just for fun.
The World Series game last night was a classic.
Well, that's maybe too much, guys, don't we think? I mean, it is funny.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire.
B-Wall's going to be like, do that one. I believe. Let's see. No, Elena, you guys like the Helium. All right, well, I think I am going to move the captions so it's not covering my eyes. You want it more nasally? Dan and B-Wall say yes, and Gold, and Elena and Julian say no. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't have to do it 100%. I can do it 50%.
The World Series game last night was a classic.
That almost sounds better. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani
It's weird. It's like that's 25.
was on fire. The World Series game last night was a classic.
What about bass boost?
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on.
No, not bass boost. 1950s announcer.
World Series game last night was a classic.
Oh, that might be it. I know we're trying to have fun, guys, but that might be it.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire.
With the crackliness in the background.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire. Starting.
What do we think, guys? Play natural? Dan, you've been really participating today, which has been great. But I know, listen, I understand everybody's got their own stuff to do. I understand. We're trying to have fun here. We're here every day, weekdays for now, 9:30. We'll be back on at 7. This has been a blast. You just need a mount for your phone and earbuds. Dude, no, but Dan's right though. I mean, I've been there. I've been mowing. He's like the we really, yeah, it's been awesome having you here, man. I'll play it with no effect just for the people that want no effect. But I mean, I'm thinking we're gonna do an effect.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, my voice, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think we should stick with the signature with the auto-tune. What's Bathroom do?
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2.
Are you guys on? Oh, you guys are just on the CapCut screen. My bad. Dude, Dan turns around be like, yeah, that's his. I got a comment. Turn stop mid stripe. That's funny. You think it sounds good? Just natural, right? I might just do it natural for this one. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, guys. Maybe just natural. Yeah, guys, I appreciate all the commitment. All right, Elena, I love the auto-tune, though.
The World Series game.
Not Bathroom. I think I got to lower it just a hair.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on,
That's not a good angle to show.
World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them.
This is gonna be good, guys. This is a pretty good one. This is one of our better voice narrations, my opinion.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally
Maybe I like this. We'll throw that angle in there.
2 doubles. But as the game dragged on, the World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one.
Was not going to be the one to beat them. Dude, Shukirui, I hope I'm saying that correct. Thank you so much for the comment. Really appreciate that, guy, man. Dan says homeowners to come hyping up. Shukirui, thank you so much, and exactly awesome vibes. I wish the best for you too, man. Thank you. Hope you have a great day as well. Show Sophia? No, he's here for Shohei, bro. He's here for Shohei. Not me. Not me. People aren't here for me. They're here for Sophia or Shohei. Either way. One or the other.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat
them. There's Sir Anthony's fastball just right down the middle. Right down the middle. It was just funny. It's first, right after a mound meeting at the mound. And it's like, then he just throws a fastball right down the middle and he hits a home run.
One to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row. Beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball.
So all these clips are from last night's game, guys. Do you think we should do more Shohei Ohtani dinger clips or just stick to the ones from last night? I think it's okay if we just stick to the ones from last night, DBH. Because we're showing like he would have done it again, you know? Strange. What did I do, guys? What did I do wrong? I'm having a hard time moving this one.
Baseball might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out.
Did I not? Do we still have an audio effect on here? It says original, but...
As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second.
Is that how my voice sounds, guys? It sounds like there's an effect on that. Well, thanks, Elena. Thanks, Juliet. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, B-Wall. That's how my voice sounds? It sounds like it's like got auto-tune on it. Did I naturally put the auto-tune on there somehow? No Clark's today. Clark's is probably busy. It's all right. We got... That's the full pot down, guys. Emptied the clip. We'll probably call the stream for the day once we're finished with this, but it's full, so we got some time. Gonna be back on later at 7 o'clock. Yeah, Clark. Clark's is busy when they don't show up. 100%. You want a Sophia clip? I mean, listen, we already did we did the dating stuff yesterday. We're not going to do the dating stuff again today. This has been a blast though, guys. Thanks for all your help. It's been a blast. I was gonna say, Beal, I don't think so. Flip my L? What?
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule.
Let me just edit that out while I'm here.
The baseball might
Baseball
thinking that baseball might need.
Definitely one of our better scripts, guys. This is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna finish working on this. We'll release this today.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom of the 9th inning. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason.
That is what my voice sounds like? That is natural, guys.
Might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second base. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Shohei's hands.
This Cap gets his weird stuff like this. I'll just leave it. Shohei is. No apostrophe. Thanks, CapCut. Stutter much. It really does sound like autotune. It's wild. It's wild, guys.
The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire.
All right, guys. I think what we're gonna do here, we'll call this stream around 11:30. I mean, I know Dan's probably got. Everybody's got work to do. I'll finish making this off stream, but look for the release before. Look for release before our 7 o'clock stream tonight. So we'll have this released pronto. T-Pain, no, there's no octave drop, people. That's just. We're gonna be natural today, people. No filter, no voice. Sorry, that's all right. That's the chat. The chat is one thing. The chat's fine. Be well. I can't curse. And I'm not trying. I can't curse. No, our mods are letting them play right now. We're letting them play. Let them play. That's what people want. People want to let them play. Adam, thanks for joining, man. During Game 4, I'll be... What time does it start? I know, this is great. This is the #1 stream of all time. 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll probably go, Adam, I'll probably go up to 8 o'clock and probably stop right around. Yeah, we're just missing Clark's right now, basically. I'll probably stop right around 8 o'clock, give or take. I'm not trying to. That's what we did last night. I know, but I'm trying to watch the game, and I can't really watch the game while I'm on stream without being in trouble. Yeah, Adam, they were calling for your backing tracks, dude. They were calling for your backing tracks to be the music for this. I mean, seriously. All-time producer. All right, so guys, we're going to play what we got so far. I'm going to definitely finish. All I'm going to do, guys, I mean, you basically see the short as it's going to be released. All I'm going to do... Seriously, all-time producer, though. Bro, you have like a treasure trove, I'm sure, man. You've got a treasure trove, dude. Like, you've got some deep cuts, not just FAD. You've got like a whole bunch of... You got some deep cuts. But No, nothing to be scared about, Elena. Nothing to be scared about. Thanks so much for joining, guys. It's been a blast today. This looks like we're still at 299. It's okay. We got 299 subscribers. About a stone's throw away from 300. Just stone's throw at this point. Yeah, that's you. B-Ball knows that's the one I'm referring to. It's not on. Adam vaulted that a while back. Smartly. Yeah, that thing might have like. But listen, that was a different era. Yeah, that's B-Ball. That's been vaulted for like, yeah. Adam's smart. Yeah, he's got an image in his personal brand to protect, bro. That was on his personal YouTube page. I think that's probably been vaulted for like what, Adam? Like 5+ years at least, maybe more. He's got a brand to protect, and that's why like that we had our fun, guys. We're not making rage bait anymore. We're not making diss tracks. Although, hey, babe, I won't say we're not gonna make it Coming At You Live 10 years ago. See, Adam, you're ahead of the time, dude. You were ahead of the time. That's funny. I know. I went looking for it like probably about like 7 or 8 years ago, and I was like, no, he vaulted it. It's okay. That's why it will live forever in legend. All right, guys, I'm gonna play this. What we've made today. Dan, thanks for all your contributions to the script today, guys. Dan especially, thanks for joining. First time. Adam, thanks for joining so much, man. I'll be streaming again tonight around 7 o'clock Eastern time. Probably into the start of the World Series game. Adam, today we're calling for what we did today is we were calling for a rule change in baseball. We're saying that Shohei Ohtani should not be walked 5 times in a row as the game drags on to the 18th inning. Like if they intentionally walked him 4 times in a row and walked him 5 times. So we're calling for a rule change. You shouldn't be, if you intentionally walk a guy more than once in a game, he should go to second base is what we're saying. So I'll play what we got. You'll see something like this released today. Not too long, maybe an hour or two, but listen, I know everybody's got busy schedules. I appreciate you guys showing up so much. So yeah, we're going to watch this. We'll call the stream then. And then we'll be back on at 7 o'clock tonight. The World Series game last night was a classic. Shohei Ohtani was on fire, starting 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But as the game dragged on into extra innings, the Blue Jays decided that Shohei was not going to be the one to beat them. They intentionally walked the biggest star in baseball 4 times in a row, starting in the bottom. Dan wrote a lot of the scripts. It's true. This had us thinking that baseball might need another rule change. As a sport, there's no reason to take the bat out of the hands of the biggest star on the planet. If a batter is intentionally walked more than once in a game, they should go to second base. There shouldn't be a way to eliminate a star's best abilities. Taking the bat out of Shohei's hands 5 times in a row is bad for baseball. Not letting Ohtani hit is taking the ball out of Jordan's hand, taking the putter out of Tiger's hand. Shout out Dan. Turn on. Let's put the power in sports back where it belongs. Yeah, with the stars, with the game changers, with the ones who launch homers into oblivion. What do you think? Is that too bold? That's what Adam, you're on it. That was exactly what I was thinking. I just didn't go in depth to explain that in the scripts, but that's exactly what I was thinking. Like if you get walked, if you're intentionally walked, all right, we're going to stop if you're intentionally walked twice, you should go to second. Third, you should go to third. Fourth, you should go home. I mean, the game would have ended, 4 times auto homer. Exactly. That's the idea. I just didn't go. Maybe you guys want me to record more? Should we spell that out? That's actually our idea. No, it's good. All right, Adam, I appreciate it, man. Leave it for the comments. Exactly. It's an open letter to the MLB, B-Wall. It's an open letter. And I can't believe that my voice is not auto-tuned there. It sounds like it is. But all right, guys, I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. We're going to call this stream here for now. It's been a blast, dude. John Boy, that's a great comp. We would love that. Listen, guys, this has been a blast. I love you guys. You're the best. Great stream. Probably number 1 stream of all time. Probably my most favorite. So I'll be back on tonight at 7. And then I'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9:30. So thanks so much for joining, guys. We'll be back later. Peace.